Congratulations, you are now listening to 313 Hockey. With that being said, I want to establish some ground rules. We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You miss a joke, you run a mile. You fail to laugh at a joke, you run a mile. You miss an episode, and I will break off my foot in your John Brown hind parts, and then you will run a mile. Perfection.
Wow.
Hi, my name is Jake.
We're all very hungover. Good morning, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
We are all dressed up for this. I dressed up as me but shaved. Maddie dressed up as herself but hungover, and then Tom dressed as a reply guy in Maddie's DM.
You can call.
None of us got to run a mile, though. Jake doesn't miss. No, you miss a lot, dog. But that's
not
good.
True.
Jake's shaved now. He looks like a little baby boy.
I do. I lost about 3 years of my life there.
I lost watching the Lions more than 3 years of my life.
I lose it every time I see you post one of your DMs because you just get the weirdest people I've ever seen.
Listen, like people are like more than in the past talking about my DMs that I share. And I cannot stress this enough, folks. These are not the worst of the bunch. Like these are only the ones that I think are funny enough to share with humanity.
Can we play a game one episode called Maddie Reads Her DMs?
You don't want this. Like people have like last night at the WWP night, like people were approaching me and like saying, listen, like I don't like reading your DMs. It just makes me sad. I'm like, well, some of us need to
imagine receiving it. Imagine like being the person who has to have them.
Imagine having somebody ask where your picture is from, aka the picture of me eating pizza sloppily, saying, where is it from? And then I would like to have it and print it out in my kitchen so I can look at it in my kitchen. Can't you just be normal and jack off to it in your bedroom without ever telling me? Like, come on. Why do you need to have it printed and approach me? Just do the common courtesy of never interacting with me.
Just
except if you want to tell me I'm print. No! Do not print it.
And don't tell her that you printed it.
Don't tell me unless you're really hot. Jake, unless you're 6 foot and have tattoos. 6 was too short. You got it. It has to be like 6'3" or something.
You're telling me if a football player messaged you and was like asked you if he could frame a picture of you eating pizza and put it in his living room.
Honestly, it'd still be weird.
Yeah.
Even if he's hot. Even if it was Malcolm Rodriguez. Rodrigo, baby.
Speaking of Rodrigo.
Yeah, let's do the Detroit sports update. Let's get into it.
The Lions played as of the day of this recording last night. We don't know what happened, so we're just going to make it up. I imagine it's going to be a pretty bad loss. Who are they playing?
The Dolphins.
Yeah, they're going to lose by a lot.
Chill. No, we're going to... This is my prediction, and we'll see if I'm right when this comes out tomorrow.
Probably
Lions. Not. Tom.
What? It's Lions.
Go run a mile.
Run a mile.
I can't run a mile.
Well, yet. Not with that attitude.
I never passed the president's test in elementary school. So
the president.
You know, the one you have to do where you have to run a mile.
Run a mile.
They call it the president?
It was a presidential test.
What the fuck?
Yeah, George Bush fucking made that thing at
I lived in Florida. So...
You know what I call that? Child labor. You guys need to all run a mile for that. Anyway.
I've never heard it called the presidential test. We just were fucking...
It was a presidential
test.
That's
like some North Korea shit, like Supreme Leader test.
I mean, Supreme Leader needs you to run for your country.
Wait, what were we just talking about?
We're talking about the Lions.
Okay, yeah, my prediction. The Lions are going to look pretty solid, but then the fourth quarter. So yeah, the second half, they're gonna have a terrible call played against us. And then things are going to go south. And then Goff is going to throw a pick. And we're going to lose in a sad way.
I'm going to say at the press conference, Dan Campbell goes, yeah, that one's my bad, guys. That was my fault.
He can't even. He's not even doing that anymore, honestly.
Just too broken.
But we're all too broken. Mm-hmm. We're all cogs in the machine of Lions depression.
I feel like it's always by week 4-6. Everyone's always at this point.
Yeah, but I think post Thanksgiving, they're going to be really good. just for no reason, just
when
to
it
hurt
stops
us.
mattering.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want a tank,
Yeah.
but
I
yeah,
mean,
we'll
that's
see.
what happens every single time.
I know, that's why it's my prediction. But in other good news, the Michigan Wolverines won last night. So shout out to all the Spark Dogs. I don't
Sorry,
hate you
Dad.
guys. Same.
They-
Sorry, Dad.
They didn't
Both
win
of
the
our dads are
boxing match
Sparties.
after the game.
There was
Yeah.
a boxing match.
In the tunnel,
Yeah,
in the tunnel after the game, if you watch, there are a bunch of videos on Twitter, but it's like
Yeah.
the entire MSU team and like 2 Michigan guys just getting like fucking
beat down.
beat
Yeah.
down. So there's like it's like a legal thing. Like the police are
Yeah.
involved, and we'll see what happens. But it was not like I was happy that the game was a blowout as a Wolverine fan, but also for like people's health and safety, because if it was a close game and like Sparty ended up winning or something, like Ann Arbor would be on fire. Like I would lose people in that debacle.
I just gotta wonder what the hell sparked that, because that's I know it's a blowout, but come on, you can't.
I mean, imagine you're playing
like, what the hell?
Arguably, if not, I mean, I'm not going to say biggest rival because that's OSU, but like almost your second.
I mean,
it's your second biggest rival. You're upset that you lost, and you're in Ann Arbor. You're in the same fucking tunnel. There was a problem with the tunnel at Michigan last week. I don't know.
Together?
That's how it is in Ann Arbor. Like
it's the setup for how their tunnel situation is. There's only one, so it's a giant choke point.
Right. So they're all in there together. Of course they're gonna tussle.
Yeah.
I get it.
Honestly, I didn't even know there was a game going on this week because Central Michigan had a bye week.
I want to experience fuck up with
Maction.
The chips. Wait, did you see that the Maction championship is going to be in Detroit? I don't know if you saw that.
It's at Ford Field again?
Yeah.
They had that a couple years ago, and we watched them get blown out by Minnesota. By the Gopher, or is it Wisconsin?
Wait,
I don't know. Whatever one the Gophers are.
Jake, you are
wrong. What are you talking about?
We played them at Ford Field once, and just got absolutely dummied.
That would be a bowl game.
Okay, I don't understand college
Get him,
football.
Tom.
I don't
Get him,
care.
Tom.
The game that we went to, I believe, was Ball State, and that was
Hard University.
Yeah,
I love that there's who named that university? Ball State.
Do you know there's an arena
named after the Ball
sack,
like the Ball Mason jar family?
Did you know that the Colorado Avalanche play in Ball Arena?
Ball So Hard Arena. Remember Facebook
Stadium?
Like the original Facebook memes, like Ball So Hard University and like Hogwarts, and people would put their location as like
University of Swag.
Oh, that's where I
remember
studied.
all the old people had the School of Hard Knocks.
Don't even say Hard Knocks. I'm like getting PTSD from Hope. Like I really thought going back. Sorry, I got to talk about the Lions again. I know it's going to be a chunky episode, but like I tweeted about this as well. But like thinking back, and you can even go back to the old our episodes, thinking back to watching Hard Knocks and like just that hope and like pride and just feeling like I was okay because the Lions were going to be good this year. Like if we rewind a few months, I was fucking delusional. Like I'm so mad at myself that I let myself, even though I've been a Lions fan my entire life, which is not as long as like my grandpa, but like I really thought these motherfuckers were going to Michael Jackson their way into a winning season, and I was fucking wrong.
Sad.
Big sad.
Bleak. Speaking of bleak, can we talk a little bit about this?
Why the NHL needs to pander to me, a white man.
I want to talk about Michael Rasmussen and the stupid, dumb suspension he got.
Oh my God. It's... I'm talking a lot. I can't stop. But like, I have so much to say, folks. They gave him 2 games for this fucking shit. Like, listen, it was a reckless hit. He shouldn't have done it. But I could understand like getting a major in the game. They're not consistent at all with the suspensions that they give. It's such bull.
Literally not 2 weeks ago, Evgeny Kuznetsov did the exact same thing, and he wound up for the hit.
It wasn't. It was way worse. Like he had 2 hands on his stick. Like you can see him.
He had the idea and went, and he got one game.
One game.
Not to mention, like Derek Forbort in the Boston game, like hurt Joe Veleno. Like he like went in and like nailed him as hard as he could with his shoulder.
Yeah.
And of course, the refs have.
I mean, a shoulder you're probably not gonna get.
It was something. It was some weird, like sketchy hit. And
Okay. I can't recall, so I'm not, I can imagine though if it's just
but
a
it was
shoulder.
bad. It was
I
the kind of
believe
thing
you.
that was worse than the Rasmussen hit. But it doesn't matter because it was against the wheel team, and the wheel team, you know, you
Wheel
can't
team
help
bad.
them. Wheel team bad. So anyway, that was
Department
lame.
of Player. They should make me the head of Department of Player Safety. I'm
I think
Listen, I'm psycho but rational.
I honestly think that the way they do the
It would
punishments
be
is
interesting.
they have a big wheel in the middle of the
Right.
like building, and they
Give
cut
her
a
a
chicken's
spin.
head off and have
Oh.
the headless chicken run
Oh.
around, and wherever it dies, that's where the suspension is.
Wow.
So it's
That's a lot more creative.
like, oh, $5,000 fine. Oh,
Right.
he's out for a game.
It's a decent system.
A decent system based on lies and not helping the team I like.
Right. If it's decent if they're actually suspending the other players, like just can't do it against the Wings because I don't
because
like
I
it.
like them and I
Right.
don't want you to hurt the team that I love. Speaking of
Yes.
hurting the
Go
team
ahead.
that I love, do you guys want to recap a couple of these games?
Yeah, but like, do you want to just talk about our players getting hurt? Because we could make a whole segment on
Oh yeah,
on
that's dope
that.
too.
Yeah,
I
'cause
literally
it seems
I gasped last night. Last night Luff got hit in the face hard with a puck, and I actually haven't seen if the Wings have said anything about his injury, but I just was going. Like I was just shook. I was like genuinely scared for him. Like he took a slapper right to the I don't know if it was his jaw or also in that same game, Kubi got hit in the ear with a puck and he
Oh,
got sent off the ice. Yeah. But he ended up coming back. He's fine. But I just feel like we're dropping like flies, man.
so as of
yeah,
right
the injury
now,
bug seems to be biting.
we
Yeah.
got Fabry, Wallman, Pissick, Bertuzzi, Brana,
Yeah.
Sundquist, and Rasmussen are all out.
Yep.
Wow,
Both
that is
for-
a large list.
And that's not just for everyone listening. That's not just injuries. There's a mix of other things going on in there.
And
A
there's
lot of
other stuff too. I mean, in Grand
Yeah.
Rapids, it's being hit hard. I think Edvinson's been out a few
Berggren.
games. Berggren,
Yeah,
yeah,
Berggren's
Yeah.
still been out since game 1.
fun. And
Bad.
the thing that really sucks about like the AHL is they're not very public about what the injuries are, how long they're going to be gone. They're just like, oh, he's not playing tonight, and there's no press release. There's no additional information.
Lower body injury.
Yeah.
Jake,
Do you guys
when he
remember
gets a
when
hernia.
you remember when Justin Verlander used to get groin injuries when he
I
got
cannot
married to
stop
Kate
thinking
Upton?
about JV's groin.
My dad and I used to go to a lot of Tigers games, and every time Justin Verlander was out because he had a groin or core injury, he's like, "Yeah, Kate."
Yeah, Boomer dads love to talk about athletes banging their hot wives. There's nothing Boomer dads like more. It's like also now, like before Tom Brady got divorced, but dads would always be like, well, Brady might have lost, but he's winning with Giselle because he goes home and fucks her every night. Like dads love he's winning even though he's losing. Like, I don't know.
Kate?
Goff's wife. Goff's wife.
Goff's
Yeah.
wife is fine too.
Yeah, she's hot. But is this a Lions podcast? I'm sick
Right.
of Goff. I have to go
Um,
back. I'm sick of him. But
All
let's
right,
go
Mike
back.
Valenti. Let's talk about the Wings.
My bad.
Tom, when I was up in the UP with Tom, we went
Oh
to a
yeah,
bar.
tell us all
and
about your trip.
I mean, we talked a little bit about it last time. I climbed a
Not a
dredge. That was
lot.
pretty dope.
Yeah,
What?
that was fun.
You
Like
what?
a dredge, like this giant old excavator thing that they use to like
Oh.
scoop out lakes, I think, and like
Mhm.
minerals.
You
Yep.
drove that?
No, I climbed it.
No.
It was abandoned and
Oh,
like submerged
clum.
in the water. So I like
Yeah.
plumbed.
Please use clum.
So
clumbed
there's
it.
a lot of like
Climbed
old,
it.
there's a lot of
Climbed
old
it.
abandoned like mining
seems
shit
safe.
still just around. It's
Wait,
not.
Tom, do you have
Yeah.
any more fun UP mining facts like we did last episode? I kind of like that bit.
Not today. Hold on. Wait, Jake. I have to ask you. So some of the stuff that was going on in the student section at the tech game, what did you think of that?
Dude, okay. Actually, that's a very good question because the Arizona Coyotes are doing similar
Oh
things.
my god.
Are you
Let
serious?
me tell you guys about what's happened at Michigan Tech.
Wait.
They are fun.
I
Yeah, they
heard
are.
that.
They
They are
had
a shit ton of
they had
fun.
a college band playing in the stands.
Oh, Michigan has that too. It was dope.
They had chants that they would shout at like the goalie or like that they'd cheer out the
Yeah.
other team.
That's like consistent
Sip,
throughout
sip,
college
sip,
hockey.
sip, sip, sip,
Yeah.
sip, sip.
And like I wish we had that at the
Ugly
NHL level. Like or
I
something
know,
fun,
I
some
agree
like
with
shit
you.
talking.
My
They had
favorite one, Jake, is when their opponent's goalie takes the mask off and they do ugly goalie.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what they yelled at me when I took my mask off too.
They had this amazing point
I'm
I'm
just
before
kidding. I'm kidding.
before the power play. They did this like they all pretended to like row a ship, and it sounded like Skyrim. Like
I
every
love
beat,
that.
they were like, it was really cool.
Yeah.
So I want cool stuff like that. Detroit Red Wings marketing, if you're listening to this, let's get something fun going.
They should just
Because
hire me.
honestly, they hire me, hire Maddie. I gotta keep it real. Like
Jake, move
a
back to
lot
Detroit.
a lot of the marketing that the Wings do is not
It's
the
honestly,
best.
they're tied with the Tigers for being the worst, and like for our the Pistons do an amazing job. The Lions do
Yeah.
a great job too. Like
Mhm.
I do think the Red Wings and Tigers, and I'm pretty sure they share. I know for a fact actually that it's kind of fluid.
They do.
Like they do not do it as well as the Pistons. Like I am really impressed with how the Pistons market themselves, how they get people hype. Like they do like fun little giveaways and shit and like
Yeah.
interact. The Red Wings
Yeah.
admin has never interacted with me, and I think that's bullshit
I
because like
know. They could do so much more. They could do so much
they
better.
really could.
And I feel like they're stuck in this like tradition and respect. And I'm like, no, dude, have
Right.
fun. Have fun,
Have
relax.
fun. It's actually
Em-
two people who are the admins.
Embrace the love of Detroit. Be funny.
They
Do a
should
bit.
have me do it. I'm too
Come to
inappropriate.
the podcast. We can fix you.
They should just go through a training camp with us, and it's just us sending them memes.
Can we do Hard Knocks, but like it's us teaching them how to be good at social?
We're gonna have the same intro as them, like me and you working on cars, like in the gym, like doing like reps.
Like gritty shit.
Yeah.
So Tom and I were in at the bar watching the Chicago game, and we took over the aux cord, and I remember seeing it change
Wait,
because
we didn't even talk about that Hawks game, have we?
we're about to. Yeah, we're so far
Yeah.
Oh
behind on
no.
these
Okay, go
recaps.
ahead. Go ahead.
So we basically soundtracked the downfall of the Wings that game to ASAP Ferg and several other artists, and watching all the Youpers try to like adjust to the music we were playing was so interesting because they're
Was it
like
like touch tunes?
yeah, they were
Yeah.
playing like boomer rock, and then we'd come in and
I
like
like Boomer Rock.
boomer rock's fine, but like that's all the Youpers know up there. That's all they know. We gotta expose them to new stuff. That's all
Yeah.
right.
I have tried.
So we watched that.
UP's so weird.
The game was
It's an interesting place.
That's what I said.
the game was
Yeah.
was fun until it wasn't. Maddie, you were at the game.
Yes,
So, I
I
mean-
was. That was quite the experience.
I really hate that Chelsea Dagger is their song because I used to really like that song.
Right? That's what I
And-
said. I hate that. I hate it. But I've never been to a Wings game in the United Center before. What was that, last week? Yeah,
Mhm.
last week. It was definitely experience. I didn't fight anyone, but
Were you hate crimed at all?
I wasn't hate crime. Like nobody was rude to me, but I met up with some of my friends who are also Wings fans. And it was like I thought my friend Jeff was about to swing on this one fucking idiot Chicago dude. Like he
So
would have
safety
deserved
in
it.
numbers.
Yeah, like there were so many Wings fans there. It was beautiful.
It-
It was very hostile, but like no one was hostile towards me, Like the arena. Oh, well, I said to my brother, we sat down and the guy in the row right behind us. Everyone, as you guys, if anyone watched the game, could hear Detroit sucks. Like,
But
it
then they
be-
would chant "Let's go Red Wings"
Yeah.
so much louder.
Yeah, but like I said, because there was one guy right behind, and I said to my brother, "That's gonna be him. That's who I'm gonna fight tonight." Like when we sat down, and then like I was cool the whole time, and then it changed from Detroit sucks to the city of Detroit sucks, and then I was about to get out of my seat. I was like, if this man,
Dude,
because there's a
That-
difference.
yeah.
When it goes beyond sports, and you're talking about my city, I am just like,
there is some like pathetic rent-free behavior with Chicago fans, like to the point where they have to have their own chant about Detroit because they were
yeah.
embarrassed by Detroit for decades. Like
yeah,
constantly.
exactly.
And it had to get to the point where they had to come up with a chant to like cope with,
Right.
getting their asses handed to them every time. And so they'll chant that at games where Detroit isn't even
Yeah.
there. Like that's rent-free
that.
behavior.
Okay, I do that with Ohio because
I mean, Ohio does suck. Like
Ohio sucks. I wanted to do it at the Wings game last night for no good reason. I was just
would've been
feeling
funny.
feisty.
I want to go to the
But,
Ohio State and Michigan game,
Dude, except it's in Columbus.
and it's like $1 million to get a nosebleed seat.
Yeah, that's like those are bad factors to come together. One, you're in the
Mhm.
worst city in the country,
Mm.
and two, you have to
You're-
spend a lot of money.
And 3, you
And
have to be in Ohio,
I mean, yeah,
like,
that's implied. Like
which is a punishment. Like,
that is wait, guys, first of all, I still have the Blackhawks sweatshirt that we need to have as a punishment for one of us. But I think a really funny other punishment is that one of us has to spend a night in Ohio and the other two hosts will buy like the hotel room.
that's horrifying.
That's
Can we pick the
hilarious.
city too?
Cleveland.
Yeah, I was
Cleveland.
gonna say let's pick fucking Cleveland.
Wait, we need a good punishment.
That's pretty
Like-
good.
Cincinnati's like close enough to
No,
No,
Kentucky that like
Cincinnati's
I'm
too
okay with
decent.
it.
No, it's
What
too
about if
decent.
we made them go to the last Browns game of the season?
Oh
That's pretty
my
brutal.
god. Wait, this is hilarious.
Yeah, we'll figure it out after this. But
Okay.
let's
Back
talk
to Chicago.
about this Anaheim game next.
Oh yeah. I like
That
John
one was
Gibson.
kinda-
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That one was kind of kick ass.
It was.
I think that if John Gibson had like good defensemen in front of him, he'd be like a great goalie. But
What do you mean? Did you not like
no, he's a great fucking goalie. It's just like for the last 3 years, he's been washed.
Yeah, he's been washed as fuck. But he suddenly decided he wants to be an all-star in that game. So I was like,
Yep.
okay. Even though he went after our boy Adam Ernie,
Evil.
that made me
Yeah, he like
evil.
cross-checked him in the
Yeah,
back
he
of the
did.
head.
It was kind of bad. Like as an aggressive goalie, like I loved it, but at the same time, I fucking hated it because he went for Adam.
Did you watch that Hasek play when we were kids where he like dummied that Minnesota Wild guy, like literally flipped him over his head?
Oh
That would
yeah.
have inspired
That shit
me.
makes me like that's what makes me want to be a goalie. Just people like that.
Insane. And
Because you
also
can get
'cause
away with it as a goalie too. Like nobody's mad. Actually, he did get a penalty for that. but-
Yeah. David Perron and Dom Kubalik were really good in that game.
Yes,
Honestly,
they were.
they've been like some of the best free agent signings we've had in years.
I agree.
Yeah.
Kubi especially, man.
Kubi's
Like
great.
he has been incredible. Wait, I actually thought about doing a segment of like all the pickups that we got in the offseason because some of them I'm like, I don't need you here, Andrew Kopp. And then some of them
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I'm really
Yeah.
glad you're here.
Cop is like underwhelming me so far.
Hag.
Yeah.
But like with Cop, he didn't get any training camp and he didn't get the preseason. So he's like just
Okay, how
kind
many
of
games has he
rusty.
played now? 7?
Oh, 6 or 7, yeah. So
Oh.
like I'm gonna give him I'm gonna start to get worried around like game 15. That's
Okay,
if he's still like
that's
this,
fair.
by then
Yeah.
then I'm worried.
Well,
Um,
at the moment, I'm not pleased with his performance, but
No,
I
me
think
neither.
that your 15 game slot is very reasonable for a shaved young man like yourself.
I like Ben Sherratt.
Yeah, duh.
Dummies people.
Yeah, I fucking love Ben Sherrod. He's been great.
he's your energy guy. Like some people are like, oh, he's terrible
Yeah.
with cider, and I'm like, I don't care. He's
Oh.
really fun to watch.
I mean, Cider. No, it wasn't that game. It was what was the game before the Wild game?
Jersey or Boston.
Yeah, Boston. No, I think Jersey.
Jersey was terrible. That was not a fun game to go to.
No.
It was really homophobic that they lost on Pride Night. But also like it was just a sloppy game.
It was. It made me sad because it reminded me of how we looked last season.
Mm-hmm. Jack Hughes for the Devils is really, really good.
Wow, hot
that
take.
was my takeaway. Hot take, good,
Good
player,
Michigan
good.
boy.
Many
Yeah.
people are saying.
All the Hughes boys. I wish I was their mom, just like pushing out fucking NHL players. Like that's a dream.
Dude, if we had Sigmund Freud on this podcast, he'd be going off right now, like writing his shit down. Oh, interesting.
The Oedipus complex.
So I didn't like that game. That game was not fun. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Next.
We already talked a little bit about the Bruins game.
Next.
Yeah, also not fun to watch.
Not
But
fun. I
the
turned it
Wild
off in the
game.
third period, which I don't like to do, but I had to.
The
I was
Wild
having
game
a
was
bad
fun.
night too. Yeah, the Wild game was fucking lit, guys. I was there last night.
Yeah.
It was
how
a
was the
great game. Honestly, it was a great game. Like, even if we had taken an L, it was just a great game. Like, I really enjoyed it. And it was also Winged Wheel podcast night. So our pals over there. But it was great to see all those guys and a lot of my friends. And
I saw you guys got in like the Bally Sports.
oh
like,
yeah. We were just gabbing it up with John Keating and Larry Murphy. Prashant like brought us up there, which was really cool. So there's like a little cute picture of me in the booth with the little Bally Sports mic. That
You
was
should have
fun.
said, "Hi, this is Mads the Stallion, and you are watching the Detroit Red Wings."
That's disgusting.
In that voice.
No. I was cool. I played it cool.
Lucas Raymond had a masterclass game.
Lucas Raymond, if he would have had a Hattie last night, I would have posted an ass pic on Twitter. I almost tweeted it. But then I was like, no, this can happen, and I don't want to just
Don't jinx it, yeah.
do this
That's
for
all right.
free.
He has plenty of opportunities to get Hatties. And it's really good that
It's
he scored.
so good for him. Like, I've been waiting for this fucking shit, dog.
I saw a really dumb article like during the beginning of the season. I mean, it was like 3 games in where they were like, have Sider and Raymond hit a sophomore slump?
Well,
and I'm like, dude,
it's 3 games.
Yeah.
It's 3 fucking games.
Up until like the Bruins game, like the expectations of them, because they had such a good rookie year, obviously it's like easy to say at the beginning of the season because they weren't producing for the most part. They are in a sophomore slump, so I'm really happy that he went and had 2 goals, and Mo had a good game the one before this. So like, it's still early, and that is really important to like that we have to keep reminding ourselves it's still early. It's still early.
Yeah.
So
there've been a lot of overreactions I've seen.
Yeah, because we haven't even hit double digits for games, right?
Oh my god, my all-time favorite one I've seen so far is one guy said trade Larkin so that you can tank and get a top 3 pick. And I was like, yeah,
Jake, I think honestly, sometimes you come up on here and you're like, I saw somebody say, I think you follow shit people because
I get them in my replies, dude.
Jake,
I literally had to
block them.
Where do you find these people?
Where do you find them?
I don't find them, they find me. They literally track me down. If I can show you this thread, all I did was say, like, I don't know, something about how people are overreacting.
You need a
this
new
guy's
Twitter.
like, trade Larkin and get rid of them. And
start fresh.
And then people just started arguing in my replies. It was just.
Are you coming back? Are you back?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It might be by Monday. I haven't figured out yet. My problem is I keep checking. I don't write anything. I keep lurking. Because you send me funny memes, you know.
Thank you. I wasn't sure if you were looking at them or not, but I'm glad you were.
Yeah, I'm here and there. So if you care about me and you want to reach out, let me know.
No.
Also, some dude was being really mean to me when I was taking a break, and Adri was mean to him back. So thank you, Adrian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good. She will be doing that. Her and I went off last night. It was
This is a bad mental health week for poor Jake here. So anyway, at least I'm funny. What you can do is follow us on Twitter at 313hockey.
Wait, I'm already doing that.
Subscribe to all of our podcast platforms. And also we have a PayPal link that I can post again, or somebody else can post. There you can donate and help the podcast stay alive.
I'm going to bully the man who broke my heart earlier this
week. That's a good idea.
To
honestly
donate to the pod.
I want to bully both those people. That guy and whoever fucked with Jake. I want to bully both of them.
I like that I got shooters here.
You always know I keep the MF thing on me, dog.
Should we tell
big mouth?
Should we tell everybody who's coming on the next episode?
No.
Okay. I have to know, have you guys worked in food service ever?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is the most cursed order you've ever gotten?
Oh no.
I saw somebody, the reason I say this is because I saw somebody who's a fan of our show. Hi, Dan. Shout out to Dan. He orders an 8-shot espresso.
Whoa.
Every morning.
How old is Dan?
He's probably in his mid 40s, early 50s.
He's gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
He's a huge Sparty fan that lives in Arizona.
No. Oh no.
And he comes out here and he just turns up like.
That's actually kind of badass.
Right? What a Chad to have 8 shots of espresso and not even blink.
I am concerned, but also growing up in South Florida, we'd be drinking Cuban coffee, which is like the same thing, but you just add sugar.
That's pretty dope.
It's really good.
Tom, I know you worked at the cabin. You have cursed food. Tom worked at our college version of like the bar where everybody goes because they have cheap drinks and like horrible service.
Tom.
Yeah, that explains it. It wasn't my fault. It definitely was not.
Wait, how did we divulge into this? I feel like
I just wanted to go on a tangent.
Yeah,
ADHD.
The worst order we had at the cabin when I was in the kitchen I think it was buffalo sauce and
No.
an anchovy pizza.
Ew.
Yeah,
Actually,
That's
so-
cursed.
yeah,
I feel like
and
that could hit if you're drunk.
No. The worst part about like
No.
how we did
Cannot
the
hit.
anchovies at the cabin,
Yes.
they had us fucking microwave like
No.
yeah before you put
All
it
right.
on, and oh my god, the smell.
Microwave
Oh,
the
it
fish?
it
That's
lingered.
disgusting as fuck.
Yeah, and then you threw it on the pizza, and then it went through the oven.
No.
Yeah.
Why do they need to be no?
Oh.
No.
In
That's cursed.
other-
It was that place was cursed.
In other
Maddie-
food news, Lafayette has reopened. We haven't talked about it, but it's been
Yes.
like 2 weeks.
Thank God. I'm gonna go.
Oh.
I'm gonna do it.
When
I'm
are you-
gonna
oh
eat
yeah,
there.
you're coming back soon, right?
I'm gonna
We
be
should go
back
there
in about-
together, and we should do an interview. We should do interviews in Lafayette.
We should have Lafayette come to the podcast.
Oh my god! All right, Jake, when you're back in town, we're going on a mission.
Excellent. I'm
Hey,
in.
When are you back?
Can I
in
get the
town?
rat, Tony? I will be back mid-November. I'm going to be heading to
'Cause-
Charlotte, North Carolina that
Why?
weekend. Because my other best friend and I do like
Bree.
Brianne and I do a warm weather vacation every year.
Okay, that's cute as
Um,
shit. I
so-
love that.
I'll be back down for the thing with a mill.
Wait,
what's
what?
the-
When are you
mid-November.
coming here?
Oh, the baby shower or the
Okay,
oh,
wait,
Diaper-
we need
it's
to
diaper
plan.
party thing.
I'll text you guys,
Um,
but we need to do something big.
Can you
for Tom.
do a good Russell Wilson impression?
Me?
I want you to go, let's ride.
Me?
Yeah.
Broncos
Let's
country.
ride.
Let's ride.
We're gonna go. We're gonna
Broncos
raid.
country. Let's ride.
We will, Tom. We're gonna hook you up. We're gonna see if we can get some good quality tickets and like sit in the lower bowl because you haven't been to the LCA yet, and we
Oh
gotta try it out.
my god. A virgin among us.
A version of what?
A virgin.
I know.
Fuck off.
So anyway, if you guys are going to the game around Thanksgiving time, let us know. You can come and
there.
meet Tom, the most
some
handsome face in
stickies.
Hockey Town.
That's true.
Stickies.
Stickies.
I want to make
Stickies?
bandanas. I think it'd be pretty tight to have like
Let's
a cool
do it.
bandana pattern.
I
If there are any artists that follow us that want to make a cool
Izzy.
bandana pattern, reach out to us because
we
we
should
love you.
honestly hit up Izzy. She is a great style for that.
Should. She does. All right, I think that's all the time we have for today. I've always wanted to say that. I love you guys.
You
Please
too,
take
Jake.
care. Happy Halloween.
Don't kill yourself.
Yeah,
if
please
the
take
Lions
care of
lose.
yourselves.
We didn't even talk about the Pistons, but that's okay.
Oh my God, the teal jerseys are back.
Yeah, I got a teal
Yeah.
sweatshirt. I got the teal
Oh.
sauna sweatshirt, the exclusive drop. I'm about to fucking.
I was
Yeah.
drinking out of my old like Pistons teal mug earlier
Yes,
this morning.
sir.
The coffee. Ooh,
All teal everything.
I miss
I
that.
want that shirt you sent me, Maddie, the like
Me?
Bart Simpson one.
Oh
the
my
old Bad
god,
Boys
that one
one.
was so good.
Wait.
Love
I'm
you
just
guys.
vibing. It's time for the Lions game. Go Lions.
Let's go. Can't
Go
wait to
Lions.
watch.
I'm
The
stuck
Lions
in
are
the
gonna win.
couch.
The Lions are gonna lose 45-47.
One
No,
pride.
they're not.
It's gonna
It's
be
not going to be
crazy.
that high scoring. It's not.
Yeah.
Final. Here's my prediction. You can cut this out or leave it in. Lions. The final score for the Lions today will be 31-28 Lions.
They're gonna try to pull Tua back out there, and he's
He's
just
on my
not gonna be
fantasy
there.
team and I played him. He did fine last week. But all right, let's end this shit.
All right, love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.